Hey guys, Tom J here. Today I want to talk about the scrolling header and how you can make it much better than the usually scrolling header. You have actually few options. The standard option is just on the specific scrolled position, just add or remove class. On the class in the CSS, make those changes like smaller logo or text or smaller paddings or something like this. In the better cases, what's usually done is to put an animation in effect and make it a bit smoother, which is good idea if you go this way. And I can show you how to do it even better and without a much of struggle. It's not that hard really. An example of classic change the header on a spot is this website we've made a long time ago. And watch, I'm scrolling slowly, and what's happened? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's super distracting for a user. It's not a new element which should be this visible, and it shouldn't just pop up like this. It's terrible. Now I have this website. When I scroll, it's a stationary header. It just scrolls with the content, but nothing changes. Never right now, because I want to show you on this header how to make gradual changes. When you do it, it's perfectly smooth. It feels okay, more than okay. It doesn't distract the user. It looks like part of the website, which should be. I have the code right in here, but first let's see how I have my CSS prepared. So what I'm going to do is to change the font, change those icons, definitely make the logo smaller. Here is the logo, and you can see this is perfect example how I made it dependent on the coefficient. This is coefficient set as 100%. My maximum width of this logo is really 250 pixels, and the max width I'm going to change in JavaScript. It's very simple JavaScript, no changing individual elements on the screen. I'm going to change simply one property to adjust all I need. It may not be absolutely perfect. You may need more coefficients. It's dependent on the website you are coding. Now I'm going to uncomment this JavaScript. So what we are doing here, we have a function adjusting the coefficient. This function is launching when the script is loaded, and also on every scroll event that's called. That's because it's not very heavy function, performance heavy, and it makes the process very smooth. Let's see what I have defined here. The scroll top, where I reach the minimum coefficient, I'm going to have the coefficient smaller and smaller as I scroll lower, and the coefficient is calculated here, whilst when I'm scrolling lower than is the barrier, it will be always the minimum coefficient, and I don't want to go any on any smaller than that. And I can adjust it as I like. I find out the 50% is usually the best choice, and probably it's a very good choice to start with. If I scroll lower than this barrier, min coefficient is set, and if not, here is the math. I'm just calculating percentage of the coefficient, and of course, because I don't want to go higher but slower as I scroll, I just need to minus this, just to make the opposite actually with this line. And then simply set the variable in CSS to the new coefficient, and browser takes care of everything else. It updates every CSS where is the variable used. Let's see the results. The results, I'm on the top of the page, and now I'm going to slowly scroll down. You can see it's super smooth as I go down, and it stopped on this level. Okay. When I see this first, usually I love this. I have to play with it for a minute. It's so smooth in contrast of something like this. This has almost no dependency on user action. It just pop up here. It's not distracting. It's still there, which is perfect. It's what I need, and it's very smooth. You know, when you are on the phone, you just do, and it's still smooth. Not like this. When if you are here on the phone, the page is much more, much higher, and when you do like this, you see you're on the bottom of the page, and only then you see the menu, or even you have to still wait for the menu. When I do this here, it's perfect. It's dependent on the content what I'm watching, which is much more important. Okay, so this is it. This is how you do much better scrolling header than you are probably used to. Okay, some new advice in the future. Have a great day. Bye.